Hey guys, MCU Collector here with another figure review. Next up is the Hasbro Marvel Legends Series Retro Marvel Universe, The Amazing Spider-Man. This is the Bombastic Bagman. Bagman is not actually a superhero character or anything like that. This is Peter Parker. He didn't have a suit to wear and he was in the Baxter building, so he got a Fantastic Four suit. Let's actually see what it says on the bio. It says, left without a costume, a desperate Peter Parker dons a spare Fantastic Four uniform and a brown paper bag, and so the Bombastic Bagman was born. I don't know the specifics which kind of led to that, but I believe it was Johnny Storm that stuck a kick me sign on his back, so that's nice that we actually get that attached as opposed to like painted on or something. I'm sure it just like ports into the back. We'll take a look at that. One set of additional hands and really nothing else going on. Not a whole lot for this figure. This is really just like a fun little one to kind of get because it was like a single appearance. And it's just, again, like a fun little thing because he's got a freaking bag on his head. Like how dumb is that, right? It is an exclusive one, so nobody's gonna feel like they have to get it or it's taking a spot in a wave or anything like that. It is a Target exclusive. Just started hitting stores today, as far as I know. It hit one of my local stores today, and I was able to pick it up. So it's pretty cool. Artwork looks awesome. It says Bombastic Bagman there on that little call out. And then, funny enough, usually with these retro figures right here, they kind of show whatever the gimmick is, whether you switch out the hand, switch out the head, or whatever. But here they just kind of stuck that artwork there, and I think that works. But I'm going to rip this thing open, and we're going to take a look at the Bombastic Bagman. Okay, so here's the Bombastic Bagman figure out of the package, and it kind of matches the Fantastic Four Walgreens exclusive set, but it is a little bit different. It is more of a blue color, whereas the other ones kind of have a greenish hue toward them, leaning more towards turquoise. This is really like a kind of a light blue, so it's not an exact match, but the suit's essentially kind of match. He does not have black boots, so that's why he was kind of barefoot, but as you can see, they did paint on where like the legging part would actually wrap around the foot to hold it in place, because that's how superheroes keep the clothing stays on tight and things like that. So we have the big ass barefoot here. I think we've seen these with like what's his name, Legion, I think, had these same bare feet. But there's really nothing going on to this figure. It's essentially a Mr. Fantastic figure with regular arms. So basically Pizza Spider-Man body mold, but with the Mr. Fantastic torso. So with that torso, I believe you could just, you can pop these arms off pretty easily because that's how this torso was designed. And that torso did have a peg hole in the back, so you could just port in that kick me sign like so, and it just sticks in there. And there you go, and you can kind of have it flapping around. It's just done this little hard plastic, so that is nice, a nice little fun feature. So that's it for the figures. Not a whole lot to really talk about it. We're gonna get in for a closer look because the eyes in there look really cool. That's not a piece that you're gonna be able to just pop out and there's a head in there or anything, and I'm gonna show you, I'm gonna pop it off and show you guys a close up because it looks kind of funny. But there is the Bombastic Bagman. Okay, so it's going to be really hard to show you guys just how clean those eyes are in there because of how the shading and stuff will be. Let me see if I detach the light. Yeah, it's just going to be hard, but it does have the digital print on in there, so you can really see the eyes came out looking really good, even the eyebrows, but beyond that, you're not really going to be able to see anything, so you can see the eyebrows in there. But when I pop the head off, as you can see, there is a head in there, but that's glued in there. But look at the shape of the head. So it's not a normal head that's going to be in there. They shaped it to fit the paper bag and then just glued it in there. That way they can actually have a separate piece to give the awesome face print for the eyes. And then they just stick the head in there, glue it. And we have here a paper bag with some nice wrinkles in it. The rigid edge that you would see on actual paper bags. And that's kind of it. And you can just pop that right back on in there, and we have our Bombastic Bagman. The Fantastic Four logo there looks nice and clean, and again, that's very similar to what we saw with the Walgreens exclusives Fantastic Four. So as you get up, it's larger though now that I'm looking at it. Definitely larger, and then the black is more of a gloss black as opposed to kind of a matte black on the Fantastic Four figures, as you can see, and then the collar is probably a little bit more wide on the black. But the shades of blue are definitely different, much lighter blue, and then this one, again, a little bit darker with a turquoise greenish hue to it. Yeah, so there's that. Looking up close, again, into those pant legs over the feet, that looks pretty good. not too shabby. Accessories, he just comes with the spread out hands, wall crawling hands. As you can see there, thwip hands would have been nice, but I think if you have like symbiote suit Spider-Man, you could probably use those hands. Joel, well, it would have the white on the back, so maybe not, but this is actually when the alien symbiote separated from him, he needed a suit, so he just used kind of another suit there. One thing I'm looking at is, what the hell is this? Look at that mold line in there. It looks like an ass right on his shoulder. What the hell happened there? That's weird, because that's not really an issue there. Man, what the hell? I have to go back and look to see if that was something that happened on all the other ones, like the Mr. Fantastic figure. I don't have the regular arms on mine, so I can't see, but that looks terrible, that fill line there in that corner. What happened there? Weird. Anyway, there he is. Let's zoom out for the articulation. It's not going to be a whole lot. We've seen it all before, but we got to see how the head moves. Let's actually get in for a closer look here. So looking down, not a whole lot. Looking up, not a whole lot. Is there a pivot? A little tiny bit. Full rotation, of course. Yeah. Oh, and then there's the kick me sign, and that, again, that looks pretty good. It just ports right on in there, like so. Nice and easy. Yeah. Okay, so we already took a look at his articulation on his head. The shoulder, you can go straight on out, full rotation in there, upper bicep swivel, double jointed elbow. That does have pins because this is an older body mold. So you get that much bend at the elbow there. Wrists swivel, and they do hinge, standard horizontal hinge. You have an ab crunch on this guy. He can crunch forward that much, like so. That's not really a whole lot. He can crunch back. Hardly anything there. Waist swivel there. Legs only go out that far apart. He can't kick forward that far. Goes back a little bit there. Upper thigh cut in there. It's pretty stiff. Double jointed knee, which works out really well. And there are pins because, again, this is an old body mold. This is the Pizza Spider-Man. Legs, the feet. Ooh, I'm bending the shit out of that leg. Foot hinges all the way down. This big ass foot. A little bit of hinge up, ankle pivot. No peg holes on the bottom of these feet, by the way. No peg holes. So yeah, not a whole lot because the Pizza Spider-Man legs, we know what they're about. The arms, we know what they're about. The Mr. Fantastic torso has been used multiple times because we got that one, the retro, Walgreens retro, and then the black and blue. So 3 Mr. Fantastics, and now we have him here. Japanese Spider-Man used this torso as well. So that is the articulation for the Bombastic Bagman. And just to show you guys a side-by-side comparison on his height, we have here the Amazing Fantasy Spider-Man next to the Bombastic Bagman. But let me grab a Symbiote Spider-Man so you can see sizing difference is going to be, you know, a little bit questionable because, you know, they went with the Mr. Fantastic torso, which I think is a little slender. I think, you know, if they would have just stuck with the Pizza Spider-Man one, I think that could have worked out really well. Although, if you have this figure and you kind of put it with the Fantastic Four and it's going to match, I think, a little bit better. It makes a little bit more sense because it's an actual suit as opposed to, you know, something that's going to be super skin tight, because the way it was drawn, it was actually a really loose fitting. So it, you know, even this, it makes it look a little bit smaller. I wish it would have been a little bit larger, but let me go grab the Symbiote Spider-Man so we can see them next to each other. I cheated. I went with the Sandman Wave black suit Symbiote Spider-Man because it was a smaller one. So then these two really do match up, and that kind of works out well. One thing is his feet are freaking huge, though. Like, massive ass feet when you have these barefoot. Like, it doesn't... Well, actually, I guess it's about the same size. Maybe I'm just talking out my ass. But the feet do look huge, but it's just... It's funny looking, but I mean that's how it was in the comics. That's how he was drawn. So it's funny. This one is just, you know, this figure, I'm sure a lot of people are going to pass. Nobody really wants it. It's just a fun one. You know, you can add it to your Spider-Man collection. They've done all kinds of things with this suit, right? It's been added to, I think, Lego Marvel video games. It was in the Spider-Man PS4 game. So it's just one of those fun things to get. Whether you get one to hang up on the wall and not open it, just leave it on the nice card. I'll be getting a second one, of course. It's just a fun figure, and it's exclusive to Target. You know, it's not taking up a spot in a wave. This is what exclusive should be, not those have-to-have, must-have kind of figures, but these are those ones that could be fun. You know, it's just like usually a simple repaint kind of thing. Not going to be for everybody. So I think in this case, it actually works out really well. But you guys let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of the Bombastic Bagman figure? Are you picking it up? Have it pre-ordered through Target? I'll have a link in the video description below. At this moment, I don't know if it's sold out or it is available. I believe Target is listing the release date as October 2nd, which in stores is the new set date. So you'll find there's lots of things hitting stores right now. You may have seen a figure that looks like this one here, posted all over Instagram and Twitter and Facebook today. Not this figure, but one that may look similar to it. So it's just that transitional time where we start to get a lot of new toys and things like that. So Target is getting bombarded with stuff. Some Targets, excuse me, because it's like slim pickings in some, and it's just all over the place. But what a time to be a collector. Lots of great things going on. But you guys let me know down in the comments below your thoughts on the Bombastic Bagman. If you are interested in becoming a channel member and joining the MCU Collective, hit that join button. If you guys like this video, please do me a favor and hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. And as always, thank you for watching.